Adrián y te voy a ayudar a aprender español. Hoy vamos a hablar sobre los verbos en el tiempo presente. Hi, my name is Adrian and I'm going to help you to learn Spanish. Today we are going to be talking about verbs in present tense. In the previous episode we talked about verbs ending in "are" to be put in present tense. So today we are going to continue with the other two groups. If you have missed this episode, you are more than welcome to have a look on my channel to find these particular verbs and the explanation of it. So, we have identified last time that verbs are going to finish in "are", in "er", and in "ie". Okay? So these are going to be the three categories when it comes to identifying verbs by the ending in Spanish. And also, last time, we talked about verbs ending in "are", okay? And we have also learned about the pronouns. And we talked that yo, for example, translates through I. Tu translates through you. Él translates through he. Ella translates to she. And also remind you that double L is pronounced like a longer Y or like a ya sound. Okay? Nosotros. So when you say nosotros, it means we, but we are going to make reference either to only male or both male and female. If you are going to talk about we as girls only, instead of us, we need us at the end. So nosotras would make reference to we. So this will be male or male and female, and this is going to be female ending only. Vosotros is going to follow the same rule, male or male and female, or vosotras, and this will translate through you all. The thing that makes Spanish from Spain particularly different than the one spoken in South America is that this form doesn't exist in the South American dialect Spanish, and instead we are going to use another pronoun which is called usted, and we are going to be talking about it later. Usted, ustedes, okay? And now the very last two would be ellos. So again, double L, ellos, which means they, when I'm making reference to either masculine or masculine and feminine. And the very last ones, ellas, which are they. So these are going to make reference only to feminine, and obviously these are the personal pronouns. Okay, so that means I, making reference to I, to you, él, ella, and we can always replace these with a name. Okay, so you can say Juan, Juanita, and ellos would be Juan y Juanita, and ellas would be Juanita y Pilar, for example. Okay, so these are the pronouns, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a quick revision what the other endings were last time. So I'm going to get rid of these very quickly. Okay, so the endings for our verbs into present tense were supposed to be like, so for I, we get rid of the ending and we put O. For you, AS. A for he, A for she. For we is going to be amos. For you all is going to be ais. And for they is going to be an. And for the other form of they is going to be an as well. So what we'll do now, we'll be talking about verbs ending in er. Okay? So what is going to happen? If you're going to have a look at these patterns, they were all following something related to the infinitive, which means we have an A over there. What is going to happen next? For verbs ending in er, when I'm going to be having an A or an A sound, we are going to be replacing it with an E, or actually in Spanish we are going to read it like E sound, okay? So, do we have an A? No, so that means we are going to copy the ending, it's going to be O. Do we have an A? Yes we do, so we are going to have an S over here as an ending. For he is E, for she is E. For we've got amos, so we will need to get rid of A and we are going to put emos. We've got an A on this one, so we will need an E is. Do we have an accent? We do, so we are going to keep the accent as well. And then for they, we are going to have N as endings. Okay? And now let's have a look at an example. So we talked, for example, we can put the verb comer. Okay? So comer, which means, lost in pens here, to eat. Okay? So what do? We get rid of er, we get rid of to. And we are going to keep the very first form, com. And to it we are going to be adding the O, and it will translate through I, it. Okay, so very simple. Now let's go through the pronouns. What do we have here? So we've got you, we've got he, she, we've got we, you all. And the forms for they. I'm going to put both of them because we do not have a distinct personal pronoun or two distinct personal pronouns for they. Okay, and now we'll see. So I'm going to copy the verb eat, eat, eats, eat. In this case, you all eat and eat again. In Spanish, as we have learned, we are going to copy the very first part of the word and then we are going to be adding the endings. So, como, I eat. Comes, you eat. Come, he eats. Come, she eats. Or you can also keep the pronoun and say él come, come. Ella come. We eat, comemos. Okay? Coméis for you all eat, and comen for they eat. So far, very simple. This is how we are going to put a verb in the er form. So it's not going to be too different than verbs ending in are. What we will need to remember is going to be these endings. So it will be like o as a, amos a is an. Simple. O as a, amos a is an. Try to repeat with me. I'm going to say them 3 more times. O as a, amos a is an. Okay? So, o as a, amos a is an. And one more time. O as a, amos a is an. Good. Now, we are going to go through the verbs ending in er, so it's going to be o s e, emos a is n. So, everywhere we had an previously, we are going to replace it with an e. So it's going to be o s e, emos a is n, and we are going to repeat them 2 more times. So o s e, emos a is n, and once again o s e, emos a is n. And I hope my voice just got stuck to your mind. Okay, so that's pretty much the verbs in present tense. When it comes to these 2 groups of verbs. As I said, go back and have a look at this video if you have missed how to put a verb in present tense in Spanish. Also, you are going to have a presentation of the verb in English, how we put the verb in English. So if you struggle, or if you are a Spanish speaker and you want to learn a bit of English grammar, this is the perfect way to learn it as well. And what I could do right now, I could give you a bit of a translation in French and Romanian for this particular verb. So we've got the verb comer, which in French will be manger. Je mange, tu manges, il mange, elle mange, nous mangeons, vous mangez, il, elle mange. Okay? So we've got these two forms in French as well. And then I could say in Romanian for you, comer, which means a mânca. So it's got eu mănânc, tu mănânci, el mănâncă, ea mănâncă, noi mâncăm, voi mâncați, ei mănâncă, ele mănâncă. Okay? We are going to put into practice now. Okay. As a very quick revision, so today we remembered how to put an are verb into present tense and what were the endings, and also an verb. So let's see if we remember though. I'm going to give you a pause to see if you are going to be able to put those endings correctly. So what do you remember for are verbs? The ending was for I, o. If you said o, very good. For you, us. If you said us, give yourself a tap on the shoulder. For he and she, if you said perfect. We. If you said amos, well done. For you all, eyes. Indeed. Might be slightly difficult, but remember that Spanish is a phonetic language, and with a couple of exceptions, all the other forms are going to be read exactly the same. And then for they, we are going to have an. Good. And now let's see the verbs ending in er. So what did I say? We are going to replace the as to an e, which we are going to be pronouncing like an open e. Okay, so I, o, you, s, he or she, hemos, es, en. We are going to do the verb beber. Beber means to drink. Okay? So, how do we put this into present tense? It's going to be simple. Get rid of get rid of to. So, instead of saying beber, we get rid of the and we are going to put o. And that will translate through I drink. Okay? Then we've got to copy beb for other 5, not be, 5 times. And we are going to add these endings. So, bebes, you drink. Beben, he or she drinks. Bebemos, we drink. Bebéis, you all drink. And beben, they drink. Okay? And that's it pretty much. This is how you put a regular verb that ends in er into Spanish. So it's not going to be very difficult. All we have to do is to remember the endings, and also to remember that we are going to take the infinitive, which is are or er, away, and we'll be putting these particular endings. Okay? Follow me, subscribe for my channel for more videos like this, and in the next video we'll be talking about verbs ending in er. Okay, so see you soon. Adios.